So, a lot of you know that I turned 20 last December, and I am not afraid to admit I have a lot of stuffed animals. So, let's talk about that. Firstly, I will show you that these are all really large stuffed animals except for one. My little Charmander is quite small. Charmander kind of just fits in my hand nice. And very easily travelable. I don't know if travelable is a word, but easy to take around. And then we have like big J-Schlatt Rami. Very nice as like a pillow or to hug. We have Technoblades Flop. Not much to say except I miss the guy, man. We have this hyena that I got recently at Kalahari. Video coming soon. Which is like super soft. We have this plague doctor that I had named Nile that I won out of a claw machine. We have Spamton, and we have Nightmare Foxy, who I've had for like years. I think I got him I was like 14. And this is only a fraction of what I have currently. So why am I talking about owning stuffed animals at the age of 20 years old? Well, you see, the thing is, I think that there's a massive stereotype with people acting childish at an adult age. And, some people have, like, this notion that, oh, once you hit, like, adulthood, you shouldn't have anything to do with, like, childhood, or feeling like a kid, or, like, oh, it's like, socially inappropriate. Why? I have to ask why. If you do something that makes you feel good, like own a stuffed animal, and it doesn't hurt anybody. Does it hurt anybody? There's nobody here. Nobody here. Nope. No one is hurt. And if it makes you happy, which these guys do make me happy, then why is it a big deal? Especially for people who have like sensory things where like sensory things help them to cope with emotions, or they just like having a little buddy if they don't have like a pet or something, or if they can't have a pet, then stuffed animals might be their stand-in. Or if they have something where they just need to cope with past events and they have a little buddy to hold on to, then that should be okay, and it should be more accepted, because that's just how people cope with things and how people handle their emotions and how people treat the things that they love. And if you keep a stuffed animal from your childhood, there's an element of nostalgia, and it's obvious that you love that stuffed animal. If you have more stuffed animals and you keep getting them when you're older, then it's clear that you enjoy either collecting or maybe just owning for the sake of owning, or maybe you want more for the sake of sensory things, like I've mentioned. Why is that a big deal? For me, I'm a sensory person. This hyena, I got him on a whim, right? When I was out. And the sensory feeling of having such a soft stuffed animal, I don't think I've ever owned a stuffed animal this soft, is really good for me. Like, I love it. He's so fluffy. He's very pettable. He's very, like, a decent size to hug. And I love him. And then some of these stuffed animals, like the Technoblade one, I got because they're my favorite content creators. And now this holds even more significance to me because of Technoblade's passing. And this means a lot to me that I was able to get this specific plushie before things got into that direction. And it's sort of a, in a way for me, like a memorial type thing, like a thing to remember him by, aside from his content, of course. And then things like Charmander, I just like Pokemon a lot, so I got a Charmander, and I have a Bulbasaur and a Squirtle somewhere. Or I just really like Spamton, so I found the Spamton plushie on Etsy. Things like that Like, it shouldn't matter. Anyways, I love all of these stuffed animals, and even the ones that I've put away, they're super nostalgic for me. And yes, I'm 20 years old. Yes, I have a job, I have a life outside of these guys, of course. I'm a responsible adult. I go to college. I'm a full-time student. That is my job at the moment. I take stuff really seriously. I just happen to be a person who has stuffed animals, and that's fine.